Okay, we're ready. It's 5 o'clock. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Nope, I don't do that. Okay, so we have 2 sets of minutes in here.
I have to read.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bill.
Geneva Redevelopment Commission meetings are now live streamed and recorded. Your participation in the meeting is your consent to the recording and rebroadcasting of the meeting on the town's YouTube channel. Take care.
Okay. In our packets, we have 2 sets of meeting minutes, one from March 30 and one from April 15. So if you all take just a couple minutes and peruse these, I read them. I didn't have anything to change.
I don't know if I can approve the 15th, motion for the 30th, I wasn't at the 15th.
We still approve.
Okay, I'll motion to approve it, please.
Okay, got a motion to approve both sets of minutes. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Agnes seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
I'm still reading.
Sorry.
Can I be opposed if I find something?
Yes. You just speak out, Harley.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
So as we look at our agenda here, next thing on the list would be financials.
Okay, you should have in your packet a list of all the bills, invoices I've seen for the year. Clear out to the right-hand side, there's an approved column and an report column. Approved means we locate the paying of the bills. On the report means I've seen it on the appropriation report in Keystone, so those are kind of for me. We had a lot of invoices that came through. Baumgartner, $100 for school property, legal advice, Iron Mag to make light brackets for the baseball diamond lights. Arcadia did complete pavilion and entrance, looks good to me, I allocated the payment. Amazon, we bought LED lights for the baseball diamond. Me and Amazon, 2687, something to repair the drinking fountain. Dugout must have got damaged.
Yeah, that big storm that came in, it took the whole south end of one of the dugouts off.
There's lumber and paint to fix that dugout. Quick drive for the baseball diamond, but what it did, but I think it makes the play out. An aerator, I think, went in the drinking fountain. Could be $445 for infield clay. $1,200 for the lift so that they could put the netting up over the seating
That's all the lights and everything.
and all the lights and everything. We went ahead and rented it, got all that done at one time. Matt did. And the last one is FNS for $94.87 to put all the lights and stuff like that. So I need a motion to approve paying those.
I don't make that motion.
Okay, Harlan makes the motion. Do I have a second? Deb seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Update on the projects. Gazebo.
Gazebo's mine. I still don't have all the drawings and material list from Mike, but as soon as we decide what we're gonna do, I can get that and get it prepared to bid. I had one thought, however, when I saw it, just to note that the town is gonna accept the settlement property. I would suggest instead of putting it on the lake lot, partway back, we put the gazebo right here at the front of the park. And
Okay.
then have somebody come in and see that part of the garden, that's okay with them, isn't it? We don't
Yes,
have-
he, actually Phil called me the other day, said he's going to work out the whole garden, and then of course the park his dad's going to plant. And so it'll be ready for the town to seed. I sent it on to Matt, so Matt knows. For the town to seed it, if they want to seed it into grass.
I would wait till we get the gazebo built and just seed it this fall or whenever they get it done.
Did you say somebody's planting there?
That Joe will still plant on that, like the 20 or 25.
The land he's keeping, he's gonna plant a little garden, it's a great big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But I
Well,
just,
do we want that pavilion right next to his garden?
I just think it would be nice to have it front and center where people can see it.
Okay.
and it's right by the road. Because when I asked for the drawing, I said, make it a little more fancy than the pavilion. So it looks nice, and I just think, when that came up, I just thought that'd be one location for it.
Well, while we're talking about that, I've been thinking about that as well. I originally thought maybe we, do something like a sunflower garden or something for people, for pictures and all that. But as I thought about it and talked to different people, the other thought I had was of putting another play set up closer. Another play set there for kids too.
So close to the road though.
It is.
All the traffic.
But playground equipment all through there's always been close to the road.
Oh, yeah, that part, yeah.
Yeah.
If we wanted to, we could take some of that playground equipment out.
Yeah, we drove by that the other day, and that's kind of what we were thinking too. We probably need to look at
Updating some of the other equipment.
that's up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Do you think the visual, what they'll see from, I think I put it in my email, from the gazebo being there would be mostly watching road traffic though, because they won't be able to see the ball games too much
You wouldn't be able to see it from where
it was going to
where it
go.
was going to be either. It's back.
Yeah.
There's actually trees along the edge of that property, so it's going to be sit back there. That property is also only, we're getting out, it was 50 or 60 feet wide. That was why I was talking about having the survey. It would be real easy to put that in the wrong place.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, and I wouldn't mind if we put the gazebo there and we replace some of that other playground equipment, and people could set at the gazebo
Yeah.
and watch the kids play on the
I
playground.
like that idea too.
Okay.
Do I need action on
Okay
this?
with moving the gazebo there, I'll go ahead and
Mhm.
get the final details from Mike so that we can get it ready, and when I get it, I'll let everybody know, because I want to get all the things we're gonna bid out at the same time.
Right.
So we can have one meeting to have all the bids come in.
Right, and while we're putting things out for bid and stuff, do we want to get a bid on another set of playground equipment? It doesn't have to be as big as what we have in the back, but another smaller set.
We didn't have to bid that, that's bought from the catalog.
Okay, well,
Okay, well, as long as we're talking, if I would go to the same place to do that that we did the other one, back to me on the picnic tables and benches. Fort Jennings doesn't deliver, so I'm gonna go out to Backyard Furniture
mhm.
Oh, that's where
We
we're
got
getting,
the
I thought you were
playground
getting.
equipment.
Oh. Oh.
and talk to them about picnic tables and benches.
To see what you can find on the playground.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. While I'm out there, then I will talk to them and see what we can find on the smaller pieces of playground equipment for some. I think what we need there is like kind of what is there, kind of like the younger, is that what we're kind of thinking? Or do you wanna go like something similar to what we
No, I
have?
think like what is there, only upgraded, it's a shot.
So that, like, I think what it is there though is more for the younger kids. Is that what we want me to
It's
look
a
at?
slide and a merry-go-round.
Oh, I was kind of thinking that side area there, where that other plastic stuff is. That's for the younger kids, isn't it? Like where that itty bitty slide is and
Yes.
the
Yeah.
plastic stuff.
You mean right on Shackley?
Yeah.
Well, no, like on the side, like by the, like where the batting cages and things. like-
Oh, I think
You
you're
know what I
talking
mean,
about
Gary?
No,
You're
Shackley.
talking
I was
about-
talking about like the merry-go-round,
Okay.
that stuff.
Okay, you're,
That old-
see, we're
that
talking
old
different
rusted
areas.
metal
So
stuff.
we're looking for something similar to what we have in the back, but maybe a little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller, but I would say for probably a little bit older, an older
Yeah.
base child.
Okay,
So
Yeah,
'cause the slide that's there now is
Be a
pretty
little
high.
heavier,
okay,
made for tweens, teens.
okay.
Yeah.
Right, so when I go to talk to them about benches and picnic tables, I'll also take a look then at playground equipment.
Yep.
Get some ideas. Okay.
That would be
Because
more.
they were good to us, I think, when it came to the other playground equipment.
They
so
were,
might as well
and
just
installation,
continue
they've
to
done
give
an
them
excellent job.
And they brought it here and they did it for us, and so
Okay.
I'll take a look at all of that when I'm looking at benches and picnic tables.
Okay, that'll work. So that takes care of gazebo, Sufferneck parcel, benches, tables. Parking lot and walkways, kind of go
Okay,
together.
we have a drawing. Matt sent me, and I included in the packet a picture of the parking lot that is the size that we're supposed to get. It's 156 by 80. So I drew on this map, we're in the southwest corner. a 150 by 180 foot
Good
parking area.
gracious.
And my intention is to have the walkways and the parking lot meet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So whoever, if the parking lot goes in first and the walkways will abut it, if the walkways go in first, the parking lot will abut
Yep.
it. And then,
And probably, if KBL does a bid, they could probably do it all at once, so it's just all poured together.
well, the parking lot's just gravel.
Stone.
Okay, well, yeah.
There's a walkway along the north side of it, then a walkway we have over by the baseball diamonds, out to Diamond Drive, east on Diamond Drive, and then again north back to the walkway we have now.
Yep.
That is approximately 1,200 feet.
Okay.
What was our other length, what we already did, do you remember? Is it similar?
I was thinking it was right around 1,800 feet.
Yeah, at least, if
And how
not.
much
So-
is this one?
This one is 1,200 feet.
Good.
I think this one was plenty big.
Oh, the parking lot?
Yeah.
The other one was 200 square feet. He had the drawing in there that says this is the size we want. I couldn't get it all on there.
150 by
This is
180.
what he came up with.
There was talk that eventually you may look at paving, so I was looking at ADA compliance and everything else.
Yeah.
So that's why I made that size. Everybody okay with that? I'll
I
get
think
the
so.
specs written up so they can get it ready.
You think I-
Yes.
We have a large pile of milled asphalt down at our recycle center. Is some of that, can some of that be utilized?
I have no idea.
It might be something we're looking into, it might be possible.
Whoever gets it, I'll ask them if that could be utilized, but I just don't know.
Depends on if it would wash away.
No,
No.
that milled asphalt, no, that would.
That stuff would pack in,
They're packed pretty tight, and probably a little tar in it, so it would kind of bind together.
Okay,
and you got more coming potentially with this new project this year. That'd be a good potentially dump site if the ground was ready.
Yeah. Okay. That would work.
all right. So we got parking lot, walkway.
Along with that, we want to quote having where the batting cage is now, we're thinking about putting the ball court there. Do we want that repaid or just sealed?
What, when we talked about the basketball court here at the school, was that repaid or sealed?
I don't know what it means.
Because it was $2,600, whatever quote we got.
That was this one over here at the park. It was $2,600, but that's sealed.
That's just sealed.
And so I don't know how good the parking up the basketball at the school is, whether it could just be sealed or not.
Evidently, they must have, because they looked at it, they must have thought sealed would work.
They've never looked at the.
No,
sealed.
no,
Yeah.
the first one you're talking about.
Yeah, I think he thought
Okay.
the seal would work on that one.
Sealed,
I think it's done, isn't it?
It is done.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's done?
Yeah.
Down near Cardinal Park?
Yeah.
They got it cleaned yet?
No, it just was topped.
All right, so we got to check for the
So
school.
when we drove past the other day.
So if you happen to see them, take them over to the school and see what they need.
And
We're gonna have to leave that taken
Okay.
off.
Well,
But anyhow, I don't think that pavement under the batting cage is very good. I'm thinking we need to put.
if we're gonna do a pickleball court there, we ought to do it really good to start out with. Round up.
2 inches of asphalt. Could you find out from them what they think the thickness needs to be on?
So you're saying like
Are
a
we paid for
surface?
that?
I'm saying, yeah, resurface it.
On which surface?
If
Where the
it
batting
gets
cage
the
is now.
traction
We need
that
to-
all
we need to get-
pickleball courts are getting,
These-
I don't want to see it. I'd just rather have it new to begin with and go forward. So,
Okay, so that's a batting cage, pickleball court.
and how big is a pickleball court? Will it fit on a will it fit within a basketball court?
Yes.
So when we do the school park or do the basketball court at the school, whether we resurface it or repave it?
I think if you're looking at a high school basketball court, I think if you broke it down in quadrants, you can get 4 courts on it.
Well, I just wondered at the school site, if we repave that too, line it for basketball and also line it for pickleball.
That makes sense.
You just gotta contend with the net.
The net, I know there's the net they'd have to put up and post it.
There
So,
are somewhat portable nets. Coldwater Park
Yeah.
has some that work pretty nice.
Either that, or I don't know how many people actually play full court basketball on that court anymore.
They do it.
If you do a half court basketball and then 2 pickleball courts at the other end,
Right.
and make it a multi-use facility that way.
Mhm. Yeah.
They can all be doing things at the same time.
I mean, what's everybody think about that?
Yeah, well, we talked about for a couple of years putting pickleball there as well, yeah.
and you're already putting fencing up there anyway.
Mhm.
You'd have to save the expense of putting it down there on the other side.
Or you still want to put pickleball down in the park?
I would still put
I'll still put
pickleball
it
down
in.
there too.
Okay.
But then I would do 2 courts on half of the, one at the schoolyard and the basketball on the other half.
Because the only cost of that would be just the painting of the lines, right?
Well, I would repave the whole thing. We'd have to do the netting.
On that one there, too?
Yeah, I would repave it all.
Okay, make it all level and smooth.
Yeah, because right now there's dips and cracks and,
Is there,
yeah, there's a couple cracks because I've sprayed and ground up through there. There's a couple cracks that run all the way
there
across
used to
that.
be quite a bit, I've been watching the court out there, it's been, pretty well used.
But that would be my thought. I mean, and I'm open for suggestions as well. So that's just my thought as I think about
I
it.
think we ought to get it repaved. Then it leaves options open for us to do that.
Okay. We'll come back up to the town safety vehicle while we're talking about parks. Landscaping,
I guess you wanted to do that one or you want
I don't know that I brought any particular information from Mark. We met with Mark Donaghy a couple weeks ago. He's on vacation again right now, I believe. And he's willing to do some draw design. It's not his forte, but we understood that we'd be willing to look at what he could design. Go ahead.
we wanted somebody local. He's done some of the work on like, library, what's that called?
I could have told you if you didn't ask. I could have told you if you didn't ask. I don't know.
Anyhow, he did the landscaping on that. We told him we'll probably have to bid it, so, it has to be in a form that we can bid. He'd like to do it from start to finish, but Nick said that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
you know.
It depended on
But
how much.
he's not really fast. But, like I said, I think he would be more available and easier to work with if we went back on our construction.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and that's fine.
And less
That's fine.
expensive
Yeah, far less expensive.
by a lot.
You know, I know Steve's Outdoor Concepts in Bluffton kind of does that same thing, but they're slower than molasses as well. So,
Thought I had that in there. I'll look for that.
okay. Town safety vehicle request.
All right, I typed something up. The meeting the other night, we talked about, well, actually, I can go back to our last meeting. When we had our last meeting, it's in our minutes. We'd presented a few things that the council had asked us to bring some ideas to the TIF board. And then I think the consensus here was, well, bring us your priorities and bring us some cost. So now that we can do, there's two things that we actually have talked about doing from the town. So I just typed a little bit up so I wouldn't get stumbled through. The town would like to request consideration on 2 items for replacement for the town. One item we talked about previous, it should be in our minutes there, was the maintenance building, storage building out at the maintenance area. It's in much need of replacement. If the board would consider supporting this project, it would be very helpful to the town. The second request is for some financial support to replace engine 511 for the town fire department. It is the last of the 3 vehicles that we would replace in the next many, many years to come. It would secure the funds And be able at this point to be able to save, if we wait, it's gonna be substantially more. Right now, the estimate is like 93,000 more if we wait a year. So if we could secure some funds here, if this board would so desire, to help with that, we could save that amount of funds going forward. So at our last meeting, we did prioritize those two items for now, when this board asked for some priority. The maintenance building, I've been having Matt get some ideas on cost. It sounds as if it might run between 75 and 80,000. Remember, we're only asking, maybe you help support, not that you need to give us all of the money to do these projects, but, so the idea is that's what that building would likely cost. We've got a quote for an estimate for the building, and then an estimate for the cement part. Matt worked on that together. So together it looks like to erect and put the cement, everything would be maybe between that 75 and 80,000 to put that building up. It's needed redone for many years.
What were you talking about?
The one that's like that
Talking about a
canvas.
safety vehicle, what are you referring to?
Well, I haven't gotten that yet. Well, I have, but the maintenance building is what I was talking about right now.
The 75 to 80,000, they're talking about the new maintenance building they'd like to put up.
Maintenance building, yeah, I know about that.
Okay.
Yeah, they haven't got to the safety vehicle
Yeah.
yet.
I thought she
So the
mentioned
safety
about the
vehicle-
safety thing.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet.
Yeah, that's the very next part. Just getting there right now.
Yeah, okay.
So the fire truck currently, that we've got an estimate on, is 448,000. Found another, vendor or company that produces a truck with the same specs as what we were looking at, but because they're a smaller company, they don't have as big of a high price, but the prices we were looking at were a year and two out. So they were $200,000 to $300,000 more than going with something now. The plan for how that would work, we have what we've structured over the years, which I'm going to bring to the meeting tomorrow night, is how this, the trucks get replaced over time from the funds that do not come from any other fund. It's not used out of utilities or streets or other maintenance. The new ruling in 2023 for the TIF rates, HEA 1454, allows for TIF to be able to use it for fire and or police if they so desire for capital or operating expenses. So that was the new law, and that was the email that I sent out that Nick corrected with what he had said. So if the board would want to approve any funding towards these projects, it would be greatly appreciated by the town. If they want a dollar amount for us to ask for, we can come up with an amount. I know some dollar amounts have been thrown out there, but I kind of would rather the board have discussion and see what their thoughts are. The redevelopment was a good plan, set aside, because thank goodness somebody had the foresight to do something like this. He's sitting in the room. To use some of the tax dollars that normally would have come to the town or the library and hospital and things like that. But instead, those dollars go into the fund now that's called the redevelopment fund or the TIF fund. Those dollars are to be used in a constructive way for the community, and then this board gets to decide. Over the last years, Bill's always said the town's never asked for anything yet, but if they had something, they should put it together and ask for it. So this is our first ask.
Maintenance facility, I expected a lot more, and my opinion is, I'm fully in favor of doing the maintenance facility, so they can get the equipment out of the weather. They've operated out of the Army surplus tent 12 years or more, and we've got a lot of equipment, the town spent a lot of money for it. We need to shovel that in the wintertime, so that one I have no problem with. The safety vehicle, I talked to Agnes. It sounded, if I remember correctly, if we can get this vehicle down, we can save a substantial amount of money. The town has looked at their financing. They can fund all but 50,000 of it now. If it waited until the end of the year, they could finance the whole thing, but they don't have the money till the end of the year. Is that
Right.
Are you talking about a safety vehicle, you say?
fire truck?
Fire truck.
Oh, okay, you're calling a safety vehicle, what?
That's-
Why?
Because I think that's how it's listed somewhere. Yes, it is the fire truck. I was just using.
Okay, I thought you were talking about another vehicle.
Oh,
or
no,
another
it's a
safety
it's a
vehicle.
fire truck.
No,
I
the
was gonna
fire
say, who's
truck.
gonna drive it and that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I can tell you, Nick said it's okay to do it before he told me it was. It is a perfectly legitimate thing to fund. I personally am not in favor of it. The county passed a number of years back a local option income tax for safety. I pay taxes every year into that. That's where I think it ought to come from. So I can tell you now, if it comes up for vote, I'm gonna vote no.
Okay.
Here's what I would suggest instead, however. If the town is gonna have the money at the end of the year, simply borrow $50,000 from us and pay it back before the end of the year.
Can we
When
do
I was,
that?
when I was clerk treasurer, general fund and MVH, by March was negative. They didn't have any more money. When we got the tax draw in June, it brought it back into positive. We borrowed from March to June until we got the tax draw.
When you said
And
borrow from us, you meant from the TIF?
the tip money's in the town. I didn't actually take money from anywhere and say this is being dedicated to general fund.
Uh-huh.
I just took it just got paid out of the town's one bank account. And by the end of the year, it was back to in the black again. Nobody cared.
Yeah, and that was something, a couple weeks ago I spoke with Andrew about. I said, I wonder if it'd be possible if we could do, I may not have used the same terminology as you did, to be able to utilize some TIF funds, but be able to get it back to them.
Yeah, I just do it.
Huh.
I asked the LGF, and their tortoise fashion, they won't be back to me for 2 weeks. But
I've had questions out there too, I'm still waiting on answers, but,
I would simply just use the money, and by the end of the year, make sure it's all back in there.
mhm. Other thoughts?
Anybody else? Opinions, thoughts?
I'd say you borrow from the bank and pay interest.
I think we're early on
It's,
this.
it's our tax
because
dollars anyway.
We don't even know for sure what we're gonna do we, Lynn? First, I mean, I don't wanna get complicated, but when we ordered this last truck, it was called a water wagon in our meetings.
You mean the one in 23?
The last truck, new truck we bought was called a water wagon in our meetings, okay?
Tanker,
It was called a tanker.
tanker. Mhm.
Now, then the other night it says, no, it can pump water. It's a pumper. So now it goes from a tanker to a fire truck, in my mind. Okay? And there's a lot of difference between tankers and fire trucks in price. That's all I'm saying. We haven't done enough homework yet to talk more about it.
Well,
This is an engine pumper,
Pardon?
and this is an engine, not a tanker.
whatever the town decides to do for council,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, my suggestion is, if you don't have the money available in your funds right now, just borrow from us. It's not up to me what the town wants to do, I'm just trying to say,
Right.
if you need $50,000 now, just take it and pay it back before the end of the year.
Yeah. The
Or you
idea
can-
of
you can
tonight
put it
was
in
just to
both.
find out if the TIF board would welcome an idea for it. Whether the town decides tomorrow is a different meeting, but tonight would be, is this TIF board willing to do?
Now, that's my opinion, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know.
I
Any
can't
other
speak
people's
for the other
opinions.
members of the commission.
Correct, correct.
I think if the town thinks it's necessary, I think it's good, but I'm not gonna approve us paying for
I think we have a lot more work to do on pricing, researching, because he come up with a figure of, what, $700,000 was your first figure on this truck? And then all of a sudden, you realized you weren't gonna get that truck and you found another company. Did you always know that company was existing, or did it just show up somewhere?
No, I didn't know.
it. To me, that's an argument for the town to have.
That's not an argument, I'm just discussing.
Well, that's a discussion for the town to have. We just have to decide tonight, are we gonna allow them to have the money that they're requesting. They may not use it, they may use it, but
I think they want to know just if whether or not we have an appetite for it. I don't think we have to officially make a decision, yes or no. I think what you're looking for is, do we have an appetite for it? If that's something you decide to do,
Kind of. I mean, I was asked to come to see if the TIF board would be willing to do it.
Who asked
That way
you to
it
do
makes the
that?
decision, the
Who asked
council did last week.
Okay.
That way, the decision for tomorrow night, we know whether or not it's on the table.
But I think it's, like, if I read it correctly though, like, if we're gonna do it, we have to do it soon.
The one right now
Because-
is a soon thing, yes. The one for next, if we waited till next year, the same company that has this good pricing, the best estimate they could give us is $541,740.
Which company is that now? Which company?
The same one that we've got right now that we're looking at, the 448, the 448,000. It would be 541,000 next year. So it's saving the 93 if we can get access to be able to, like you said, even if it's borrowing it and putting it back in TIF, that's at least an option.
Well, I think it's early to make a decision like that because Lynn, we're still in the discussion on this whole thing, what kind of a truck we need and the condition of this one that's been pulled out of service. I don't think we have enough information. I don't.
So
to
can
make
we
a
say
decision.
like up to 50,000 they could borrow, or do you?
does anybody have an objection to them borrowing $50,000 and paying it back?
And
by the
pay
end of
it
the
back?
year?
Just,
I do right now because we haven't decided what kind of truck we need.
But like you said, it's not.
That's not for us.
I know.
This one, that's for
If
council.
we're gonna loan money or loan money out, we ought to kind of know what we're loaning it out for, I think, myself, but,
If they borrow, it's gonna be for a fire truck or something to do with the fire.
okay, I
truck.
understand what you're saying.
So are we willing to say, go ahead and borrow the money from us, not have to borrow from the bank,
And get paid back when?
and get paid, it has to be paid back before the end of the year?
Lynn, can we do that?
It's possible.
Tina told us we could.
It's possible, I'm uncertain.
Okay, well, tonight's meeting, like Bill said, we were just supposed to ask if the board would be willing to do something, like you're saying. Tomorrow night's the meeting where something would be decided one way or the other. If we know we can do it, at least opens that door, if this board is willing to open that door.
I guess.
I don't see a problem with lending in.
I don't have a problem with that as long as it's back in by the end of the year. And I think we set a $50,000 cap on it.
Nobody knows anything during the year, what their balances are. It's a year-end amount. We're back, like I said, my general fund and MVH when I started were negative by March.
Yep.
And I just borrowed money, never put it down on paper, but the fund was okay by the end.
And what happens at the end of the year then, when it comes time to pay back, if for some reason that's not there?
That's a problem. Then you're gonna get into trouble with the state board of accounts.
Yeah. So I guess as long as the town, we're okay with it, but it's in the town's court then, they have to decide what they want to do and make sure with what they want to do that those funds, if used, if they decide to use them, are back in by the end of the year.
And
That's,
Tina did reiterate that the funds would be coming from the safety load, where the funds are supposed to come from. It's just, it would be cash advance to be able to pay it back, and it's still coming from the safety load funds. We just don't, we receive the funds, 10,000 something every month.
Yeah.
So
so,
that's
So
what.
my main motion, we agree to allow the town to borrow up to $50,000, pay it back by the end of the year, we're all good.
Okay. We need to.
And what you'll do is you'll actually pay for it out of safety Lloyd, it will go negative. The money's coming from the TIF district, but the funds just come out of one big account.
Right.
So you make safety Lloyd go negative during the year, and then by the end of the year, as the funds come in, it goes back to
Well,
being
those
positive.
funds come in every month.
I know, but by the end of the year, if you spend 50,000 more than you have now out of safety Lloyd,
Oh, I see.
You don't have any money there, but you take
But
it out.
if
of-
we pay you per month, would it ever go negative? Why would it
You
go
don't-
negative?
No, what he's saying is, on your books, you're not gonna show the money coming out of the TIF district bucket. You're just gonna let the safety load go negative.
Oh, I see, just on the paper.
On
I see.
paper.
On paper, you're
It's
gonna
not
pay
real,
for it
it's
out
on
of the
paper.
road.
Right.
You've got money available in the TIF district, so the town's bank account's fine.
Yeah,
As you put money back into safety Lloyd, by the end of the year, you'll be back positive.
I get what you mean, yeah. It's just a transaction type thing on paper.
Yep, so I got a motion, do I got a second?
I'll start it.
Deb seconds, okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Back to the maintenance building. That was a fire truck. Bill had a discussion on maintenance building. What's everybody else's thoughts on doing the maintenance building?
Are we, they said 75 or 80 for all of it, what were they kind of thinking from TIF?
Well, it was whether or not, I talked with Matt about it yesterday. The council hasn't talked about how much we want. It was just, that was something that was brought up at one of our previous meetings here about the maintenance building, and it sounded like it was a favorable idea. So I brought it back up tonight because I know he's been getting quotes.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get a ballpark to the committee, and I reached out to one place, got an erected price was $60,300. That's just for the building.
And how many, I'm just curious, what size is that building?
It is a 60 by 80, 14 foot tall. 3 overhead doors, 2 man doors, but it's basically, it's just a pole barn, frame building.
It'll be a cold building, not a.
Cold building, no heat.
Okay.
We'll have electricity for lights and safety, which the electricity part of it we can do internally.
What kind of floor?
We was looking at concrete floor, estimating going cost for concrete of a slab that big was looking at about $16,000 for the concrete. The only part is talking with Mark Wynn. The location we're looking at doing is where the military tent is sitting now, which is in the southwestern corner of that fenced-in area. We'd have to bring that ground up to grade, which is leveling that out. He was estimating about 2.5 foot high.
Will we violate any of the rules around the wells then that have to have?
He told us he would give us a permit for all.
Okay.
He come down and looked at it with me.
That's a concern.
He said, no, he had no problem giving us a permit for that. You know, just, the unknown right now is what the cost or the time would take to get that excavated. And we'd have to bring in dirt, get it packed, and everything to get it ready. Now, I haven't officially sent this out to get any more quotes. I just wanted to kind of get a ballpark to bring, you know, to the council and to this
Well,
committee.
and the council will still have to approve all of it.
Yes.
Obviously, but.
Just because I don't know any better, what size is the tent that's currently there?
Yeah, I haven't measured it. It's probably half that
I mean,
size.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, there's like 2 sides standing and,
Because right now, we still have some stuff sits outside.
oh yes, absolutely.
and so would this 60 by 80 be able to house everything that we would need it to house?
Yep.
Okay.
We really need it.
The only thing we couldn't put in that building would be the hydrovac, because it's got water in it. It needs to be in the heated facility here in winter, but everything else would be put in.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I'm good.
So do we wanna set a maximum dollar limit spend?
It takes 80,000 to do that.
Okay.
And if they come back and say, hey,
It's 85 or 90,
85,
then come back and see us,
yeah.
but we'll start with an 80,000.
I just know we've got an awful lot of money in equipment, and it's sitting outside in the winter. You're a farmer. You know that your equipment sit outside?
Yeah.
And
When winter is awful hard, so.
so, I'll make a motion, we approve up to $80,000
Okay.
for the town maintenance storage facility.
With a caveat, if the quotes come in over that, to come back and see us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a motion and a second. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And remember, the council still has to approve the building.
Yeah, it's subject to the
Just
council.
Finding out, can we do it?
Yeah, subject to council approving all
Right,
that.
thank you.
Okay, other business?
Anything else that's on the agenda? We covered it all.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second? I don't know which
Okay.
one of you got.
All those in favor? Okay. Thanks everybody for coming.